We're gonna start this truck here, get it building there. Then I'll move the stuff out of the shop that's in the way, the lawnmowers and stuff. I'll get them out of the way so I can get this truck in there. So before I start it, it's been sitting here since yesterday. We're gonna check the oil and the water, make sure everything's okay. Let's see if I can. This hood don't like to come up. It's been sitting a while. All right. Hood's up. Coolant is perfect. I just kind of like to look stuff over. I'm going to pull it in and grease it so we'll be able to go underneath there and look at stuff. So I just kind of like to look at it while I got time. You know, it's not dark in the morning when I'm headed to work. Oil is full. Perfect, right on the perfect mark. That's good. Okay, we'll close this big old hood. I'm not going to latch the hood latches because I'm going to open it right again when I get in the shop there. So we'll just push it closed. Okay, I'm going to fire it up. We'll let it build there. Put this away. Okay. Well, that's building there. I'm going to be moving this stuff out of the shop. So I got to get the lawnmowers out of the way. And that lift, I got to push it farther back there so I need to get the truck farther up here. So we'll do that. Poor old Craftsman toolbox. Pretty much where we're at. All right. I think it's out of gas. That would cause issues. Completely dry. Look at that. Probably run better with gas in it. Just happen to have a little gasoline. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it. It's true. I want to put a ton in there. I don't even use this mower anymore. Just enough to get it running. Since I bought the John Deere, the old Murray don't get much use. For obvious reasons. Push this back up in this hole. Get a little heavy. This thing's just about done. Be nice to get it out of here. Okay. we go. Just started raining outside. It was sunshiny there for a little bit, but we'll kind of go out here and look around. She's pretty gray. You can see a pretty good rainstorm coming there across. Pretty much all my storms come from that way. That's west, straight west. And they roll right up the Crooked River Canyon, basically sits straight west of me. And that wind and the rain always rolls right up that canyon, right to my house. I'm not sure specifically just to my house, but that direction. All right, flip the hood up here. Oh! Well, that's a lot of red. Okay, now I'm gonna work on this old girl. So I do the maintenance on this truck. I take care of just the regular maintenance on this. We have a company mechanic, and he's so busy all the time, and he does help when we need him to with the maintenance or things on the trucks and trailers. If I can do it, I just do it, and that way he can stay on what he's on. And say he takes care of all the heavy equipment for us, so he's busy. And he also runs our crane and does a lot of other stuff. So he's a really busy guy, heck of a good guy. But so I take over the maintenance on my own truck, whatever I'm driving. If I can help on some of the other trucks, I do that. And whatever needs done. So I'm gonna grease this truck today, and I'm gonna work on my oversized load sign. The cylinder is real dry, so it's got a button. You just flip a switch on the dash, and the oversized load sign comes up with an air cylinder. Well, it doesn't want to come up. I think the vent's plugged or something. It's just needing some love. So anyway, we'll get to this and start greasing on it, and we'll go from there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and grease this. Grab my gloves out of here. Got you on a chest harness here, so we'll see how this goes. Get my mittens on. Okay, here's my grease gun. This thing's pretty nice. I bought it, I like it. Does pretty good, so pretty happy with it. Oop. Get some light going here. All right, first grease zerk. Perfect. Got some on the steering. That's good. Got one right there. That's good. We got some down here on the, a little light quit me there. Must be out of battery. Okay. There's one right here. And I grease till I see a little bit come out of the bushing down there. And then we got them on. I'm gonna have to start the truck to get that one. I gotta turn the steering wheel. Okay. Fire the truck up, we'll turn that one and grease it. shut it off because it's really noisy. Okay, so that was those. I can get up there. These disc brake trucks are nice because none of this brake stuff greases. Like the other trucks, you got another 2 grease zerks there. These are pretty fast, and the pins through the springs, they don't grease on these either. They did on the old trucks. Technology's come a long ways with the bushing materials, so they can do them now where they're not greasable, and works pretty good. So I'll show you back here what I was talking about with. So the drop axle actually has drum brakes on it. I don't know if you can see that, but there's grease zerk here, grease zerk there, grease zerk there. There's just a lot more to it than the other ones. And because of the fenders, these are kind of hard to get to. Clean it off. You can see those are kind of a pain now. Needs to have angled style. I should put some on it. I think I can still grease it though. It still takes grease. That one straight down. I don't mind being in the shop when it's raining. I like the sound of rain on tin roof, and it's kind of peaceful as long as I'm not getting wet. Nice quiet Saturday, not a lot going on. Oh man, got a glob of grease on my fender. Grab a rag and get that grease off my fender. Okay, now the fun part, get to go underneath. And it is interesting. So we'll do that real quick. I'm gonna grab set that on a rag. I'm gonna grab the creeper and we'll do that. Not sure how much this is gonna show. It'll be the first time I've tried it like this. But I'm gonna go under the truck here. And whether you want to or not, you're coming with me. Oh, you just ran into the fender. Got a lot of room under here. Okay. I know it's sideways, but I'm looking at it sideways too. Grease zerk there. Grease popping out. Grease zerk there. Ooh. Got a little squishy. Go to the other side of the front axle. This is a steer axle. Okay, this one didn't take very much. That's good. We'll spin around here. Get my creeper back under me. Got this one. This is actually the throwout bearing. I only count to 5 there. It doesn't take a lot of grease. Put too much on it, it gets on the clutch. You're getting a real good close-up of the transmission. This is the, not sure how much of this is going to show on the camera. These are the U-joints on the driveline. Okay. Yep, she was ready to be greased. I like to grease about every, depends on what we're doing, 1,500, 2,000 miles on a big truck. And just because they work so hard all the time. Of course, just get under here and get started. My grease gun runs out of grease. Weird. Okay, go hit your head on this toolbox. Here we go. Nice view of the roof. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sometimes it's not a blessing to be a big fella. Oh. Change this grease cartridge out real quick. Let that hang. Yeah, most of the mechanics I know are big guys, big hands, they're just big statured people. And it seems like most of the stuff we work on, let's use this grease. Most of the stuff we work on is small or tight or whatever. And it's hard to get our big hands or big bodies in those places. But I guess we'll get it figured out. Alright. I don't screw that all the way in the first time, so it lets the air out. I'll let the... Okay, she's pumping. That was all that took. So now I'll tighten that tube. Yes, my grease gun's dirty. It gets used. It gets used on trucks and stuff. Some guys get really picky about their grease guns being clean, and it's like, doesn't it grease stuff? Okay, get back under here. Ouch. I know you like that close-up with the toolbox, but let's see. This one's always fun because you kind of got to do it by feel. In there somewhere. There. Okay, she's going through. So now I got to go out around the drop axle because it's lower than I fit with a creeper in my truck driver physique, and it's a little low on air, so it's down a little. Okay, here we go. You hit your head on the step. Get this back driveline. So these grease zerks are right in the middle there on the U-joint on this truck. Instead of being out like right in here, they're actually out on the end. It's kind of nice. Yeah, this truck was ready for grease. She's taking a pretty good amount there. That's all right. It wasn't not greased, it's just taking a lot. Okay. Now we're in between the drive axles. Probably pretty dark on the video. I got the same thing here. I got 2 U-joints down here. Alright, there's one. We'll roll back here, get this last one. Really all sorts of truck parts you never wanted to see. All right, grease come out of it. She's greased. Oop. You don't fit under that part. We'll sneak back out the way we came in. A little close-up of a rear axle. I'm sure it's just riveting entertainment. Let's go out this way. All right. So that's the truck. It's greased. The brakes are all self-adjusters, so they pretty much take care of themselves on adjustment. They still feel really good, so I'm not worried about them. We already checked the oil and the water. Set that right there for now. You got greasy under there. That's why we can't have nice things. All right, let's work on this, that guy. That's my oversized load deal. Like I say, it's not wanting to work. It's got a little brass vent. And I think it's probably plugged up. I'm gonna take it out and see. Need my vent taker outer tool. Boy, it's really getting with the rain outside. It's been a wet spring for sure. Or fall, I mean. Let's see. That looks like a vent taker outer tool. Jump up here. Okay, so what I'm looking at is this guy right here. It's a little brass vent and it is completely covered in dirt and stuff. So I'm going to try to unscrew that. Get you pointed down where you can see. So yeah, I'm going to take this little piece out and then take my gloves off here so I can work. Put them where I can find them again. Break the glass out of the truck. Probably going to need a socket. I love about working on trucks. Got to climb up on everything. Okay, let's try a 7/16. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. It's not wanting to come out though. Oh, dang it. Okay. Like maybe a 12 mil. Alright, I'm going to try a different size here. Definitely not. Definitely not. Looks like it's been stripped. So we're going to use this size. Nice thing is there's really not a lot of room down there to work. So that's handy. I put this screen in here because rocks come from out of the duals sometimes that are just stuck in the tread and break the back window out of the truck. That's always a nice little treat. Okay, let's see if we can get this thing tapped on here. It's going to be a pain. There's not much room. Alright, I'll show you what I found. So I got this. That just fits right in it. We'll just leave it short like that. I'm going to put it right in here. This works good now. I ran it up and down there. Take my handy dandy tightener tool here. This doesn't have to be super, as long as it don't fall out. Gotta love working through these bars. Get it too tight and never get it out again. Go around one more time, just because. So put a little bit of Marvel mystery oil in the airline that goes into this, and took this thing out. A bunch of dirt came out of it. Just nasty stuff that's been in there for a long time. So I'm just going to go to where that's pointing down, and we'll just stick this on there as a vent. Just like that. That's all it needs. It's just got to vent the air. And if it's like that, it's not going to get a bunch of stuff up in it. So we'll turn this on here and watch her go up. Oh yeah, that's how that's supposed to work. Just like that. Goes by itself. Perfect. Problem solved. Now I'm going to grease the trailer. We'll grease it. So on the trailer you grease at every brake can there's a slack adjuster and a tube, the S-cam tube. So you grease that, they grease on both ends. And then the pivot up here, the cylinder, it greases. That cylinder down in there's got a couple grease zerks on it, and one at the bottom. So we'll grease all that, and then kind of want to just kind of look these over. These are wear parts on these trailers. It's in a big sleeve there. This is a big sleeve over a like a cylinder, and it's what holds the trailer down. So you can see the shiny piece in there is like cylinder material. It's very hard and polished, and You just want to make sure those aren't cracked or sitting funny. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of wear in them actually. They've got bushings in them. They're not greasable, which I kind of wish they were, but they got a little bushing in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks like it's sitting pretty good. Really, they don't look like they got a ton of wear on them, so that's good. But yeah, we'll get the grease in this trailer. All right, here we go again. Get my gloves on here. Grab the grease zerk and we will grease this little beauty. I'm gonna go up and grease that hydraulic cylinder first. So I gotta just reach in here. Grease coming out. Oops. All right. Yep. Next one is under the trailer here. Right there. All right. So that keeps the pins on the hydraulic cylinder greased. Now, we'll grab our scooter here and go under here and grease feet. I'm gonna grab this light. Maybe that'll help. Or you can see under here. Okay, here we go. All right, so it is raining, so this is just water on this stuff. This was sitting out in the rain. So there's a grease zerk here. This is a slack adjuster for the brakes. There's also one right here. Make sure you can see that stuff. One right there, one right there, and there's one over here behind the, kind of by the brake drum. So there's those three on all 6 sets of tires. So, get my unit here. Okay, there's one right there. Don't take much, the grease is poking out of it. A little bit there. Pops out the top up here. The grease does. These are adjustable, but they're also self-adjusting, so I don't mess with them very much. Sometimes. Get situated here where you can see. And that nice noise is the air tanks. It's okay, it's just a valve. Okay, so same thing on this one. We got this zerk, and one over there. Okay. Just like that. And we got the one over here. Perfect. This is a good chance to look for cracks or weird stuff. These trailers, they do a lot of twisting when they dump, so they tend to want to crack in the welds. These are old. This trailer is a 2007, so it's got some time on it. So next set. One of these, if I remember right, doesn't like to take grease very good. Okay. Good. I think it's that greased. All right. Same thing. Get situated. Nice to have a grease pit where you can drive the truck over the top of it and walk around underneath it. But, you know, it's that weird thing called money. The elusive money. It's kind of like Sasquatch. You know it's out there, you just never see it. Alright, one more axle. I don't actually believe in Sasquatch. That was a joke. Okay. Get that one. And I look for leaky wheel seals. These hubs run oil, not grease. So wheel seal goes bad, they tend to leak and gets oil everywhere. And that's no bueno, so well, that one was messy. There we go. Get that one, and this trailer is greased. Alright. Didn't see anything glaringly bad under there. I want to check my... Okay. Well, that's all we're going to do today in the shop. It is Saturday, and I'm going to go in and rest up a little bit, get some good grub, and spend the rest of the day with my wife. Had a long week, worked 60 plus hours this week, and come home to have to work on stuff. So anyway, we got that. Truck is greased up, trailer's greased, everything's checked, should be good. I was gonna try to wash it today, but it's raining, so probably not gonna wash it in the rain. Doesn't make much sense. So anyway, we'll pull this truck out of here, park all the good stuff back in here, the mowers and the Jeep, and that'll be that for this video. We really appreciate you guys watching, and thank you for subscribing and liking and commenting. I try to get to all the comments and respond to them, so please keep doing that. We appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you.